This video is going to focus on solving exponential equations without a common base. We need to solve each equation and round any answers that we have to the nearest hundredth. We have the equation 10 to the x power equals 50, so we need to find out the value of x that makes that equation true. We're going to focus on how to do this without using a common base. And the way that we do that is that we have to take the common log of each side. So already on the left side I have started by taking the common log of 10 to the x power, bring down the equal sign, and on the right side we have to take the log of 50. The next step would be to use the power rule. We notice how we have the log of a power. So that exponent, the power rule can be used, the power rule of logs, and that exponent can jump down in front of the log of 10. On our next line, it's going to be x times the log of 10, and this is equal to the log of 50. And our goal, as always in any solving equation, is to isolate the variable x. So in order to do that, we're going to have to divide this side of the equation by the log of 10, and that means that the other side of the equation also has to be divided by the log of 10. The log of 10s are going to cancel out on the left side, x is remaining, and then we're going to have to evaluate using our calculator the log of 50 divided by the log of 10. Log of 50 divided by log of 10. These are all common logs, that's why you could do that on the calculator. 1.698, and this was asked to round to the nearest hundredth. The 9 is in the hundredth spot, and that 8 would round, you look at the digit to the right of it, and that would round it up. So that's going to round the 9 up, and it's going to also affect the digit in the 10th spot to be a 7. So this is going to be written as 1.70. That is rounding that answer to the nearest hundredth. In example 2, we have 6 times 3 to the x power is equal to 532. First, we're going to have to divide each side by that coefficient 6. Divide this side by 6 and this side by 6. The 6's over here are going to cancel, leaving you with 3 to the x is equal to 532 divided by 6 would be 88.66 repeating. And what we're going to want to do is take the log of each side. We can't have a common base. We're looking at this base is 3, and this number over here is 88 and 2/3, which is 88 and 66 hundredths repeating. So we're going to have to go ahead and take the common log of each side. We'll take the log of 3 to the x and the log of 88 and 2/3, or 88 and 66 repeating, 66 hundredths repeating. Over here we're going to use the power rule, which means that that exponent x is going to come down and be the coefficient in front of the log of 3. And this is equal to the log of 88 and 66 hundredths repeating. In order to get x isolated, the variable x isolated or on its own, we're going to have to divide each side by the log of 3. Over here they're going to cancel. X is going to be equal to, and we don't really want to round until the very end. So the best thing would be to take, there's a way on your calculator to take this whole value. So we're going to take the log, and we're going to use the answer button. The answer button is going to put in this entire value. Second minus sign is where answer is. We're going to close that out. That's going to take the log of that answer that we just found. And then we're going to divide it by the log of 3. Try your best to wait to round to the very end. That's why I used the answer button, so I didn't have to round prematurely. And our answer output says 4.082317362. We want to round to the nearest hundredth. the 8 is in the hundredth spot. Look at the digit to the right of it, which is a 2. It's going to round it down. So our answer is going to be 4.08. That's the value of x to the nearest hundredth.